This is your most average day in Portugal. The beaches right there, the sun's out. We're looking at buildings. They're beautiful. And it made me realize something. The UK will never experience this. And the truth is, the only time I remember being happy in the UK was 2 weeks ago. The sun was out for the first time in about a couple months. And I hate going to the gym. I hate meditating. I hate all of this stuff. But I do like to spread awareness about it. And I woke up one day and the sun was up. I actually wanted to go to the gym. I got out of my house and I walked. And everything felt so peaceful just because the sun was outside. I actually liked doing the workout. I actually wanted to meditate. And it made me realize something again. This is every day. The UK, it was once in 6 months. Imagine how far ahead I would be if I lived here. Just purely because of the fact that I was so motivated a couple weeks ago. Right now, everything's at a slower pace. And the truth is, everything is simple and real. No ghosts of food. We've normalized it so much purely because the US brought it over. And everything that the UK is basically just another copy of the US, but slightly better. Hopefully, most of you have seen the video of the McDonald's CEO eating that burger, calling it a product and not a burger. And you can see how little of a bite he took. It's because he knows what they put in there. He knows how bad it is for you. He knows all the flipping going up is not good for you. Yeah, we normalize it in the UK. Let's talk about your average UK routine. You wake up, you eat, you go to work, eat a bit of going up at work because there's no real food there. You come back, you're tired, you probably do more work. It's like there's an assignment that you have to do, like an invoice or whatever. You go to sleep tired, hating your life. And the cycle repeats. You don't have any freedom. You don't have time to go here. But one thing that perfectly summarizes how little freedom there is in the UK. My friend called his workplace saying that he was sick and he couldn't come in for a couple of days. And then they replied to him telling them to schedule an interview for him to explain why he was sick. Oh. It's so stupid. Ridiculous. Like, honestly, I think when I heard that, I looked at him and I just said, on my life, I thought he was just taking a piss. He was like, no, I'll be here for real. And but I guess who he works for? McDonald's Going Up Company. Everything is linked. Now let's go back in time a little bit. I'm an immigrant. Probably most of you watching this video are some sort of immigrant. Whether that be first generation, second generation. Me personally, I'm second generation, right? Now, our parents, whether legally or illegally, that's not my place to say, they came to this country to, not this country, I'm talking about the UK, right? Obviously. But they came to the UK to give us a better opportunity in life, to give us a happier life, to give us a better quality of life. But let's take it back and just analyze, is that really true? Now, obviously, to an extent, I'm very grateful that my parents came to the UK. But there is a big sacrifice that was made. Freedom. Now, us as humans, we don't really like trade-offs, right? We like little risk, high reward. It's just how our brains work. And obviously, when they first came, they thought that there wasn't much risk. They thought that, oh, I'm not making enough money anyway, so it's fine. Like, here, there's guarantees for me to have some sort of income. And I mean, yeah, sure, our salaries did increase, right? But can we still afford it in this, like, inflation average UK household? No. The wage rate is a nice little shallow increase compared to the average inflation. Is quality of life really better? Think about it. Yes, we may have better jobs, but then jobs came with more stress, less freedom. You don't have time to go on a walk because you're busy with work, work, sleep, sleep, work, sleep, sleep, and the cycle repeats. It's just an average cycle of slavery. And it is modern slavery. We just don't recognize it. We don't call it modern slavery, but it is. It's an undeniable fact. Working paycheck to paycheck, but they just disguise it with flaws and different names, but it's the same thing. What does it actually mean to have a better quality of life? Just appreciate the view one last time. This could be your average day if you lock in. So lock in. Stop planning for your fool by living in the UK and start planning your flight by making up bread. Alright, yeah, cool. Alright. Off. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Wait, let me Shh. Shh. Alright, nah, chill.